Okay, so welcome back. I guess this is part 2 of however many I actually decide to make before I throw in the towel. We're back with the Earth Amplifier. I wanted to get to the point where I could at least flip the switch and do some tests, because I don't want to dump a lot of money in this and then find out I'm up a creek. And if I hit a dead end, I don't want to have crapped away my entire life and a lot of money. So I did a 3-wire power cord up here. That's good. While I was at it, I looked, and Bubba apparently blew the fuse, so he went out to his car and got himself a 20 amp fuse and stuck in there. Great, thanks buddy. That's like a 20 amp car fuse. This is supposed to take a 2.5 amp slow blow, and then what we're going to do is I'm not actually going to remove it. I'm just going to clip it off the chassis here. That is, or clip it off the switch. That is our lovely quote-unquote death capacitor. Since we got a grounded power cord now, I suppose we can just give that a clip. And then I suppose we can put a more reasonable fuse in there. I know it's calling for a 2.5 amp slow blow. I don't know that I have that exact one, but I'm sure I have something close to, you know, somewhere between 2 and 3 amps, maybe a 2 1/4 or a 3, or, you know, like maybe a 3 fast blow that would give us, you know, something that'll just let us do some testing. Okay, the death cap is free to not short everybody out. And then I'll see if I can find some rubbish 6L6s and try to make this make some noise. But, yep, time to get a fuse. Okay, so we've got the most rudimentary parts of this kind of going. We've got a 3-wire power cord on here that's grounded, and we've got a fuse that is reasonable for this amplifier. So I suppose now I just flip the power switch and get ready to go get the fire extinguisher. And we flip the switch and the light came on. Okay, that's a good start. I don't know, can y'all see the, yeah, you can see the glow of the red light there bouncing off my little bench power supply. And it's on standby, so I should only have, what, 6 volts on the filaments, right? And I will be blatantly honest with you, I'm not sure which pins I should be searching yet. And this is actually going to be volts AC. What am I talking about? So, volts AC should get 6. I just saw some voltage. Oh, come on. Play ball with me here. Okay, 3.24. So, I don't remember which are the filament pins, but seeing about 3, if it's a center tap grounded filament thing, yeah, we should have 3 and 3. Right, yeah. Okay, how about this one over here? Yeah. This sucks. What the hell is up with this meter? This meter is being a yo-yo. There we go. There's their 3.24. Gotta find the right pins. And again, I don't remember the pins. I'm not looking at a chart. I just know I should be able to walk through this and find 2, you know, things that are essentially about 3 volts plus and about 3 volts minus. There's my other one. Okay, so we have filament voltage. Now let's go to DC here, and let's see, flip it off a standby. This is where the explosion's going to happen. You ready? Nothing. Okay. Good sign. So now we want to find some plate voltage, and again, I'm looking around for that. There you go, 483 plate volts. Seems reasonable. Why do I think I feel a heat source? I don't. I'm just paranoid. So 480 something, that's our plate volts. There should be some screen volts here. See, I've got 485, 484. Screen will be slightly lower, but not by much. 485, and who knows how many of these unused pins, you know, are just jumpered across. So we've got high voltage on these puppies. So that's fine. 485, 46. I should be able to find the bias voltage on here though. Yeah, there's the bias voltage, minus 42 volts. So we do have a bias voltage. Let's see, it should be there too, right? Minus 42 volts. So we do have a bias voltage. Okay, so great. Well, we've determined that the primary side of the output transformer works and that the power transformer works, and obviously the choke has to work. So we're halfway there, I guess. I should just put some putrid tubes that I don't care about in here. The other tubes that went in these sockets, these were all fine. You know, the preamp tubes. I can't even see where I'm pointing. Yeah, the preamp tubes that came in this were fine. I don't know what I really have for surplus tubes. I just don't have a lot of surplus tubes right now. But I think if I rummage around through my bin, I'll be able to find actually a unmatched quad. They're at least visually matched. They're kind of close, of Shuguang China cheap 6L6 GCs that are crap. They have wobbly bases or whatever, but they work. They're all working and they're not shorted and they're not failed or nothing. So we'll plug those in and then we'll see if this makes a noise. It'll probably make a horrible humming noise, but if it tries to be a guitar amp, then I will at least feel encouraged to do something to this thing. Okay, to honor this amp's horrible tradition of being abused and being cruel to it, I put two rubbish 6L6s here in from Chinesium whatever, and I kept the Japanese realistic and the British realistic. Oh yeah. So I got my sacrificial speaker sitting over there. I have an appropriate sized fuse in our loose and still needs to be tightened fuse plug. I got the volume turned down, so now I guess we take it off a standby and hope it doesn't cause a fire. Whoa, mama. Okay. I saw a little flash in that crappy tube. But that might have just been, you know, something, I don't know. Okay, so our crappy speaker went clack clack. I can feel a little bit of hum in the speaker, but I don't really hear a lot of hum from the speaker. Let's turn our normal channel up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, there's noise there. Oh, that's a great sound. That sounds like something really bad is happening right now. That could just be noise in this, or it could be something really, really bad happening to one of these tubes. Yeah, that's not a good sound. Let's just wiggle the control around for a little bit and see if it was maybe something in the control. But I don't want to push my luck too much. Alright, let's try this one more time and see if we still have horrible cracklies. Oh yes we do. It actually seemed to be coming from the pot in the vibrato side. Let's try the normal pot here. Well, there's sound. Okay. Bass. I guess that works. Mids definitely work. And treble. I think these horrific popping sounds are actually, I don't know what the heck they are. Poorly grounded input jack. Maybe. Maybe. Or are they weird craptastic tubes? It could be both. Well, we're kind of working. If I take that vibrato pot, or the volume pot for the vibrato channel, off of zero, it quits going bang, 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 bang. So, something to do with that, and the preamp on that side. So, I'm just going to do it again, of course it is. But the banging noise seems to kind of travel with that pot. Well, I really do want to see if the reverb wants to work or tries to want to work. So let's take it off of here and go get the reverb tank and a cable, because I can't reach the vibrato jacks. See, the regular channel jacks are here, but the vibrato jacks are down underneath. Oh, that's great. I apparently forgot to record it, but I plugged in the reverb tank and we have reverb. So that looks promising, and I was going to check the tremolo to see if that kind of wants to work. But it's weird, now that I've sort of manipulated these controls around a little bit and gotten the crud out of them, this thing is actually shut up. It's not popping like a Banshee. It doesn't mean the caps are good. It doesn't mean this thing needs to be serviced. It does not need to be serviced. This thing needs some help, but it's looking less horribly daunting now than it did 15 minutes ago. So let me see, can I set that reverb tank down where it's not gonna do something horrible? Okay, so I'm gonna go find a thing to short the foot switch to see if the tremolo kicks on. Okay, welcome back to Ghetto Amp Repair with DK. Okay, so it seems like the popping is kind of with these controls, but they all need to be cleaned. I need to do recapping. I need a lot. But does the vibrato tremolo work? Check this out. Buzzy noise. Alright, we're going to short this like a foot switch would do. Oh, yes it does. So that works. So the reverb works. The tremolo works. The amp amplifies. It needs some tubes. Just stop popping. I'm tired of this. It needs a bath. It needs these controls cleaned. It needs some tubes. Because obviously nobody's going to want that as a power tube set. If you would like to buy this as a power tube set, I would be glad to sell it for you. They're very special. They're cryogenically treated. Only $400. Yeah. So yeah, our reverb tank works, so we know the tank's good. We know the amplification and recovery's good. The tremolo vibrato thing is good. So our mystery amp that came in looking like trash is actually a plausible project. My worst fear was that this would turn into a complete train wreck. I'm still sort of on the fence about the Mullard tubes. I think I could probably sell them and use the money to pay for a set of current production, you know, JJ, whatever the budget, you know, JJ is about the most of the budget tube, right? JJ or Shuguang, more Chinese. But believe it or not, the Chinese tubes are the same price as the JJ, and people kind of like the JJ, and I'm okay with them, so. Alright, so that's that. Tremolo works, reverb works, the pots seem to work, the power transformer didn't get flaming hot. Look at that too, look at that wiggle, look at that thing. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, you really did a good job of attaching that to the base. No flaming hot transformer. Surprisingly, this 2020 cap isn't flaming hot. Reverb transformer's not flaming hot. Let's unplug this just for fun and see if any of our leaky, crappy caps on the bottom are on fire. Let's see. Let's see. The big giant Mallory is not hot. The Cornells are not hot, but they're still physically leaky. I'm really surprised this thing was not humming a lot. This thing right here is physically, like, looks like it's considering bursting. And this one's got a physical leak. I mean, these have got to go. All these little puppies across the top are all 25, 25, 25s. And by the way, on the bottom it is signed, this amp is 1973, so now you know. Okay, this accessory plug back here is kind of whiffed, but it's not terrible, and nobody uses that anyway. So I think in general this is salvageable, and I don't think it would break me to fix it. So if you all want to donate anything to this channel to help me make it work again, you know, send me some. They don't even need to be great, but you know, like you have your amplifier came with Sovtech tubes and you wanted something else, so you have your old Sovtech tubes. If you want to donate some tubes for this thing, or donate some capacitors or anything, you know, go ahead, help me out, because I'm thankful it wants to be an amplifier, but to restore this for like a gorgeous collection, I don't have a gorgeous collection, and I really don't want to have an empire of crap. You know, if I were to restore this, it would be very nice. But, you know, people, what kind of amp do you play? I play an Earth, and everybody goes, oh, what? I mean, it seems like a really good amp. It's got power galore. You know, a lot of good components. The transformers are enormous. There's a ton of potential here, but I don't know what this is going to do on the market, and I do have a lot of work to do on the cabinet. But, you know, if you want a guitar amplifier that looks like a 70s van, I suppose this is your guitar amplifier. Serial number 10110 from 1973. Okay, so the Earth kind of works. Generally works. I shouldn't say kind of. Generally works. The optical tremolo, which is a Fender-ish kind of tremolo, it works. It actually doesn't whoosh, which is cool. The reverb is really surfy and works. And it amplifies, so yeah. I need to stop rambling. First test, good. Alright, see you later. Thanks for watching.